It doesn't feel like spring.
Oh, I'm aware of the unseasonable temperatures. After all, I live outdoors.
My dad's been building fires in the wood stove some mornings. He said he used more firewood now that it's spring than he did during winter, because we're all home all day.
Oh, a wood stove sounds delightful. So warm and inviting. Some nights I fly around looking for campfires to warm myself by. But strangely, people get nervous whenever I show up. Imagine being afraid of an owl.
I guess that's because they don't know you like I do. Hey, sometimes we have campfires too. You could come by our house.
Perhaps I will.
My dad builds great campfires at night, and we roast marshmallows and make s'mores. I love s'mores.
What, pray tell, is a s'more?
It's the best snack ever, that's what it is. It's made of graham crackers, chocolate, and roasted marshmallows. First, you take the graham, you stick the chocolate on the graham, then you roast the mallow. When the mallow's flaming, you stick it on the chocolate, then you cover it with the other end of the graham.
That sounds delightfully disgusting.
It is, it's both. Campfires are fun, but you know what? Afterwards, we always smell like smoke. Hey, that reminds me of a story I read in my Bible story book. The story of guys with really funny names. Let's see, there was Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego.
I believe you are speaking of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego from the book of Daniel, chapter 3.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, those guys were, well, they weren't in hot water. They were in a hot fire. Not exactly where they wanted to be.
I should say not.
But the story said they didn't smell like smoke after being in the fire. So what happened to them?
Oh, well, that is a wonderful, wonderful story. Well, King Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, made a gold statue and ordered the people to worship it. Those who didn't worship the statue would be thrown into a blazing furnace. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego refused to worship it, so this made Nebuchadnezzar very angry.
So why did they refuse to worship it?
Because they believed in God and knew that God didn't want them to worship anyone but him. So the king confronted them. And do you know what they said?
No, what did they say?
They said, "Your threat means nothing to us. If you throw us in the fire, the God we serve can rescue us from your roaring furnace. But even if he doesn't, it wouldn't make a bit of difference, O king. We still wouldn't serve your gods or worship the gold statue you set up."
Wow, they sound like they were very brave to talk to a king that way, especially one with a very hot furnace.
Yes, they were very brave, but their words made the king very angry. He was so angry that he had the furnace heated up 7 times hotter than usual.
7 times hotter? Holy smoke!
Yes, there was smoke, but I'm not sure that it was holy.
So what happened next?
The king ordered Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to be tied up and thrown into the fire. But when the king looked in the furnace, he saw 4 men, not 3.
So who was the 4th one?
The people who saw him said he looked like a son of God, and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were walking around in there, unharmed by the fire.
How did that happen? I've seen my dad get burned, had his hair burned or singed just building a fire in the wood stove.
Well, God was with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and saved them. In fact, when they came out of the fire, the people who saw them realized the fire had not harmed their body nor their clothes. Their hair was not singed, their clothes didn't even smell like fire or smoke.
That's what I remembered about the story. They didn't even smell like smoke. That's unbelievable.
Yes, it is. And because God saved them, the king who threw them in said this: "Praise be to the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel to rescue his servants."
So it's safe to say that a hot furnace was not where Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego wanted to be, but God protected them in there.
That's correct, Ralph. And it's a good reminder that no matter what we might be going through, God will be with us and help us.
Wow, thanks, Hootie. That's a good thing to keep in mind.
You're quite welcome, Ralph.